Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Latoya's Intuned. I'm sorry for the absence, and shout out to Ramia G for calling me on it. She basically came to me at work and said, I've been waiting for your next video. What are you doing? Why are you slacking? Why are you lacking? So here we go. One of many. I don't even really know how many I have. I kind of wrote down my topics and my points, and I'm still working on new ones. But today's topic is brought to you by a message that was given to me by a close friend. I'm really grateful for meeting this person. They've taught me a lot of things that I knew, but I needed clarity on. So shout out to Julian. We're going to start with fruition. That is a word I never heard of before. Don't judge me. I know a lot of words, but that one I didn't know exists. The definition of fruition is, you know how the dictionary give you like those three, like one, the dots or whatever. It starts with bearing fruit is the first one. Of course, we know what the hell that means. That means a tree giving apples and peaches and all that, or a woman having a baby. Second one says enjoyment derived from use or possession. Now, that could be crack cocaine. That can be a car. You know, it could be anything. And then the third one says something that is made real or concrete. So I'm going to read the little snippet of where he used that term. He wrote me a message. He basically says, I believe in you and I'm waiting on the fruition of all God has called you to be. Basically saying everything that I've been working for as far as my radio and TV stuff, he's been able to see my work and trying to see that I'm getting serious about it more and more every day. And he's basically saying that he can't wait for whatever it is that I'm working towards to be real. So exciting about that. Thankful for the support. Don't forget to I can't talk today. Like, subscribe, and share. Go back, watch my previous videos, comment. I'm very open to feedback and also suggestions for things that you want to hear from me. So with that fruition term, we're going to use that in a setting of being a parent. I really cannot talk today. So fruition in parenting for me means, how do you make certain that your kids are your true pride and joys while also having an adult life? I have taped this video twice. I kept having to stop because my badass kids. Now, that's probably a bad segue into my topic, but if you don't know by now, I have four. That's Azaria, Zoe, Zaylee, and Jewels. We talked about Jewels already. I already told y'all that was a mistake. I should never named him that, but it is what it is. And they are truly my pride and joys. I appreciate them. I just cussed them out, though. I ain't gonna lie. I just went off on them because the first couple of times I tried to tape this, they was all up in my business. One of them trying to find clothes to put on for a game tomorrow. She's going to the Cowboy Stadium for the annual, Thanksgiving game. Zoe on her tablet playing music, they just doing their own thing. They don't realize how important this is to me, so I kind of got mad. So I have to say, I apologize. And everybody welcome to come back in the living room if they want to. They might not want to because they mad at me. I don't care. But how do you know that, how do your kids know that they're your true pride and joys with everyday things going on and you always having to go to work and you have to just, spend so much time away from them? But then how do you also do that but have your own time for yourself as an adult? I'm not speaking of mom. I'm not speaking of dad. I'm speaking of as a human adult, a person who has responsibilities. For me, that means always making time for yourself, but also making sure that your kids have time with you in a setting that is not just at home. Meaning, like for me on my ride home with the kids, when I pick them up from daycare and school and all this stuff, I try to talk to them, have regular conversations with them, and just let them know that their opinions and their concerns are important to me. I try to do small things like take them to the store and buy them specific snacks that I know that they like. Even if I'm broke, I try to do something, even if it's not something as specific to their liking, but something as a family that we can enjoy, like a movie and pizza or something like that. But I find that it's really hard for me to still have an adult life and not neglect them, because regardless of what you say, I know a lot of people don't think, oh, going out is neglect. It really and truly can be considered neglect when that's all you do. When you always out and you're always partying and you're always posting these selfies and pictures in the club or in a bar or at somebody's kickback, that's truly neglect, because those are moments that you'll never get back as a parent or as an adult. You should always want to capitalize on the time that you have with your kids, because you never know what's going to happen. And I'm not telling anybody they can't have fun. That's not what I'm saying. My true purpose is to try to help people balance it, because you do need to have balance. You need to have balance in everything that you do, whether it be work, family, every relationship that you have, whether it be a friendship or what have you. It should be some level of balance. And I think that we sometimes get lost in all of our responsibilities, that we forget about ourselves. So it's one of those things where you have to be open with your children. You have to be able to have those discussions and explain to them, yeah, I love you, I care about you, you're beautiful, you're smart, good job, all of that, because they need those affirmations just like your grown ass do. You want to know that you done a good job. You want to know that somebody appreciates you. So you need to make sure that your children also know that. But while you're doing that, you need to be able to also explain to them that, right now, I need time for mommy. I need time for daddy. I need to be able to go out and hang out with people my age so that I won't lose my damn mind. Because what a lot of people don't understand is you can flip out on the wrong person, mainly your kids, when you don't have that outlet. And that kind of goes back to being in a relationship with somebody who may or may not be as vocal as you. So if you find yourself in a position that you feel like you're going to lose it, it's probably because you need to get out. You need to get away from this atmosphere in the status of what's going on right at that moment. Taking time to go enjoy a movie by yourself or go to lunch by yourself is not bad at all. It's nothing wrong with that. It's one of those things where you have to become selfish to an extent, because if you cannot take care of yourself, or if you're not stable of yourself, you cannot take care of your kids. You cannot be there for anybody if you cannot be there for yourself. Because the thing that we forget most is nobody will take care of you like you will. And nobody will take care of your children like you will. There are people that don't say they'll help you, they'll do this and that third. My hair is doing something weird, I'm sorry. They'll say, oh, if you need help with the kids, let me know. But when you need help with the kids, they're nowhere to be found. So you have to create that balance on your own. You have to remember and try to get them to understand, you know what, at the end of the day, it's just us. So despite what dad may do, despite what grandma may do, I'm always going to be here. But I also need something for myself. Sometimes I just lock my damn door. I don't even answer it. You can knock all damn day. If I don't want to be bothered, I'm not saying anything. If you're not dying, bleeding, crying, I don't care about the arguments and all that stuff. They can have time for themselves to do that. I'm not a referee. But the way that works is, for fruition, it says enjoyment derived from use or possession. So for me, that means the possession of my children should bring me much joy. It should bring me much pleasure to be their parent, their mom, their friend, their confidant, their counselor if necessary, their coach when they, are active, all those type of things. I'm a doctor. I ain't got no damn degree, but I clearly am a doctor, because these motherfuckers have more scratches, breaks, burns. So it's a lot of things that I have to do and be to them, but I get great enjoyment out of it. However, there are days and times that I just want to say, fuck them kids. And I don't mean it literally. Before you start judging me, don't care. If you only got one kid, you don't get to say fuck them kids, because you probably so starstruck about the fact that you have that baby and you're so grateful for that baby. But start having 2 and 3 of them motherfuckers, and you're going to be like, you know what? Why did I not listen to Big Mama? Big Mama tried to tell me, and my fast ass was out here doing what I had to do and got pregnant all these times. You be having them fuck them kids days. Like right now, Scooter over here acting a damn fool because of what reason, I don't know. But I don't care. Fuck them kids. I also just want to say, be mindful of being an adult and reacting to your kids a certain way. They don't understand stress. They don't understand all of that. So when you do something, or if you say something that you know you shouldn't be saying, I'm not talking about fuck them kids, because there ain't nothing wrong with saying fuck them kids. As long as you don't say it to their face, I guess. I don't know. But let them know, like, it's not you. You're not the problem. The problem is not you at all. At the moment, I'm just stressed out and I can't handle all of that. Um, what's the problem? Hold on a second, you guys. One of the big sisters, can y'all come and get him? Because the little sister in him is fighting.
You quiet for no reason.
Please, somebody, help him, Jesus. So my son may be special. Because he be having fits for nothing. I'm going to have to get him checked out. I love him to death. But he's something wrong with him. He has a really bad attitude to be 2 years old. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Comment. Leave your suggestions for new information or new topics. Don't forget to follow me. Subscribe me as I explained. On Instagram, I'm Toni Sonic Boom. That's ToniSonicBoom. I have so much more to say, but it's right now not a good environment for me to discuss my topic at hand. I do have another video coming, and it is basically how do you keep it sexy. Oh, y'all looking at my manuscript. Don't judge. How do you keep it sexy when you have kids? And that means the intimacy with your relationship. Whether you have a man, girlfriend, boyfriend, sister, friend, whatever you call them, whatever you identify them as. And I don't mean to say sister because that's incest. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm not promoting that at all. But whatever you call your significant other, how do you keep it sexy with having children and still being able to have a romantic life? That will be my next video. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm not done yet. I'm just kind of giving you guys a heads up. Because I'm reading my points over and I want to make sure I touched the main stuff first. And then we're going to go back to the second part of this video. So as we discussed, making sure your kids are your true pride and joys and making sure they know that, making sure they understand, when you don't want to be bothered, doesn't mean that you don't love them any more or any less. It just means you don't want to be bothered. And how do you do that and still have an adult life? As I was explaining, you need that time away, but it sometimes gets abused. So I want to just comment on the fact that I see a lot of young ladies and men, the men that are actively in their kids' lives. I can't talk on you motherfuckers who don't even see your children, so you're not even important to me. But and that goes for women too, because some of you bitches be dropping them kids off and they don't never see your ass again. However, that ain't my business. When you have a group of friends that you normally kick it with and you hang with, if they always feel some kind of way because you don't want to go out or hang out because you rather be with your kids, those bitches ain't your friends. You need to let their ass go. Because my thing is, everybody doesn't have the same support system. Everybody does not have the same group of people or same level of support that you have. Do not, and I repeat, do not bash somebody because they always have an excuse for why they can't kick it. Sometimes it's just the motherfucker don't want to. But to keep from hurting your feelings or breaking down the so-called friendship, because for me, if I can't tell you as a grown-up, hey, I really don't feel like being bothered, and you can't understand that, we ain't cool no way. But sometimes people don't take that way. Sometimes people say, you know what, that's my girl, that's my dog, and I just don't want to really tell her I don't want to kick it with her tonight, so I'm going to use the kids as an excuse. Now, that may be the case sometimes, but it's also sometimes where people really just don't have that support to say, you know what, I'm going to go kick it, can the kids come over? Some people don't have that. People say that shit. People will tell you quickly, hey, you need help with the kids, hit me up, let me know, I got you. As soon as you call them motherfuckers, they going to voicemail, they're not responding to text. You go by the crib, they ain't there or they ain't open the door. It's a lot of shit that be going on. It's some foul shit, but it happens. So if you have a group of people that you claim to be your friends and they claim you to be sis or whatever the case may be, but they can't truly help you with your kids, and I'm not talking about money. I don't look for money from nobody, but I've seen situations where I truly just need a break, and some of my so-called motherfucking friends can't get nothing done. Those really not your friends. But you also have to be mindful that you can't trust your kids with everybody any fucking way. So, I mean, I would appreciate a motherfucker just to tell me no because, hey, you might not be suitable anyhow. That's the oldest one. Y'all see her nappy ass hair? She probably want to fight me. I don't care. She can't whoop me, though. But yes, the people that you think are your friends, and it's not even just relating to your kids, but real shit. As an adult, we have to realize and understand that everybody ain't our goddamn friends, because we try to teach